Okay, so here is a little run through of some help we gave a client a few weeks back. This was a Harley Davidson in for some crash repairs, and they're having some ABS problems, and they wanted to bleed the system, and the bleed activation wasn't working. So there are various things that we needed to look at, and this was a bit of a baptism of fire, if you like. First bike this client was using our system with. So we've hooked up remotely and we've gone into the ABS, so we can see there's a whole bunch of errors there to start with. We're not particularly worried about these, we're more just trying to drill down on the actual problem that was happening. So these are all memory errors. It could be caused by various reasons, things being disconnected, low batteries. We can see we've got some freeze frame data there. So this is all in conjunction with kind of running through a bit of training as well, so it's a little bit disjointed. But we're trying to get to the reason as to why the ABS bleeding system wasn't working. And over a couple of days we kind of got to the bottom of it after I'd asked more questions and found out a little bit more about the situation. Flat batteries, big problem. That's what you need. So we are running through the systems, basically just having a look at a few different areas, just to give the client a bit of a run through of what's here. Now the first thing that flagged up here, we've got ABS not installed. Now this bike does have ABS. On the Harleys we've got that feature that it can be turned off basically, so this had been done in the past. This bike had had a crash. As it turns out, all the braking system was full of rubbish and hadn't been bled properly for a while, which led to the modules being seized up, and this is possibly the reason why the guy had a crash. Also why the ABS modules needed replacing, because they're all seized up, and possibly why the ABS system had been turned off. And again, flat battery, one of these is a good idea. So the ABS had been turned off electronically, so we can turn that back on. So the system had been bled, all sorts of rubbish came out through the lines. Turned out a few spare parts were needed, and then the client came back a couple of days later, once that had all been done, to get the system set up and configured properly. So this first part was all basically running through things and showing the client what was going on and how we're getting to these conclusions. And then a little bit later, a couple of days later, we're back into here, so we can still see ABS not present, and we are changing it back to ABS present. So we are then logging that in the system. ABS system will now work, which was confirmed with the test ride. And we can see that information here. We have the ABS fitted, is now fitted. So there you go, that's why you need more than a code reader. This is a full diagnostic tool to earn money for your shop. Many thanks.